What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Omzy here, and I am here for a very special video. Honestly, I didn't have this planned in my books today because I honestly only had Spy Family to do, which I will still be doing later. But no, I wasn't expecting this. My Hero Academia Season 6, one of the trailers came out, and we haven't had a trailer for My Hero probably since December, probably since the end of Season 5, when a couple months later, when we finally got at least a sneak peek of the war arc that's going to be adapted in Season 6. And I have honestly been waiting for this. I've been waiting for kind of any content to probably come out for Season 6. Obviously, it is no question that My Hero Academia Season 6 is one, I'm like, honestly, my most anticipated probably show of the year, thing of the year, whatever the hell you want to call it. It is definitely my most anticipated thing in anime alone of this year by far. And I have so much stuff to talk about it. Honestly, I've been waiting to kind of talk about this. I've been kind of debating on what I was going to kind of do for My Hero Academia Season 6 when talking about it, because I have a lot to talk about and just so much to honestly think about going in completely blind into this war. I've honestly been talking about this probably for the last 2 years on just how this is probably going to shape up and honestly what is going to happen. There's just so much that I could definitely see Bones just honestly nailing, and just honestly just everything about this arc. I could see so much stuff happening with so many different characters, and Bones, you need to knock this out of the park, man. You really need to. Not only does Bones have My Hero Academia Season 6, but they also have Mob Psycho Season 3, which is their final season. So Bones has some ground to pick up because Ufotable obviously hit it out of the park with Demon Slayer this year. Absolutely fucking incredible. Mappa has been killing it with AOT 2 years straight. So Bones needs to get back on, this because they have a lot to live up, because anime for the next couple months, ever since the fall is going to happen, it's going to be in its fucking peak. JJK Season 2 is eventually going to be coming out. Swordsmith Village Arc is going to be coming out for Demon Slayer. AOT Final Season Part 3 is coming out. There's going to be so much that Bones is honestly going to have to, like, show out, honestly. And honestly, what better to do with two shows that are literally going to be in their peak, with Mob Psycho having its final season and obviously with the war arc with My Hero. But I have so much more to talk about right after this. I've honestly been really debating on honestly checking anything out for this season because I want to go completely blind. I will most likely just see this trailer and then not see maybe anything else, because I've just been honestly just wanting to talk about, share my predictions, my thoughts, what I think is going to happen in the season. Because when October comes around, guys, it is going to be incredible. And there's going to be so much energy in every video for every week, every Saturday for My Hero. And God, I cannot wait. But I'm already out of breath for like the first 3 minutes of talking. So without further ado, the trailer's only a minute long, but I don't give a damn. I have been waiting for this. So without further ado, if you guys are new to the channel, like my reaction, like, subscribe, comment down below. If you guys want to be notified when we release those videos, definitely smash the notification bell. But with that being said, let's get right into the trailer. Obviously, this is no subs, but I don't give a damn. So much relying into this, man. Holy shit. Tell me! Oh my god! There's so much that I'm looking forward to. I'm excited for Mirko as well. Oh my god. Where's he at? Yeah! Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. Oh my god. Holy shit, I cannot wait. Honestly, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. Because I don't want to know, honestly, what is going to happen in this war. That's all I kind of needed to see. Everybody here, all the heroes, all of Class 1A and 1B as well. Just everybody being active. That's really it. And we did get to see a little bit of the League of Villains as well. Which they are definitely way different than, obviously, from the past couple times we saw them. Ever since NBA happened, they are completely, I wouldn't say completely different persons in general, but they definitely learned a lot more. They've been working a lot. They've been improving a lot. Obviously, you saw with Toga, obviously in the last season, where not only with like her obviously being taken out, like she was taken out Curious and a bunch of her other cronies behind her, that she was able to not only obviously transform, but she was able to use Uraraku's quirk, which has never been done before in the entire show with Toga, where she has not been able to use anybody's quirk. Then all of a sudden, when she honestly was like at the brink of just like in fear and possibility of dying, she overall unlocked that. And it was absolutely insane. And I was really, really confused. I'm like, wait, she's really like, did you actually do this? And she did. And she killed Curious and everybody else. So I am so excited to see what they do with certain characters in this certain arc, especially with the League of Villains, which Toga's going to have a good performance, I believe. And honestly, everybody's probably going to have a good performance. Toga, Compress, Twice. And honestly, I mean, I think there is no question that, I mean, obviously Shigaraki is going to have the best performance that he's ever going to have in this show. I mean, if you guys see it in the back, I have Deku and Shigaraki literally up there because this is what I have been waiting for. I have been waiting for this certain arc and waiting for these two characters to honestly go at it. And once they go at it, honestly, it's going to be one of the best anime fights of all time. And I'm not exaggerating because people have read the manga and they probably agree with me. I haven't read the manga. I will not read the manga until I probably see the arc. All I've seen is one panel. That's really all I've seen. I've seen one panel. It really doesn't reveal anything, but it shows Deku. And it shows how, like, what state that he's in, which I cannot even describe. Like, obviously I'm not going to put it up for spoiler's sake, but like, it really doesn't give off that much of a spoiler, but it just really just tells to me what kind of fight this is going to be and how the animation is. If Bones pulls this off, it is going to be the best animation in the show by far. By far. This will definitely probably outclass, hopefully, Deku and Bakugo versus 9 from Heroes Rising, which I'd say throughout the entire show has the best animation in the entire show. But Deku and Shigaraki, I have been waiting for this certain fight to happen for so many reasons. And one of the number one things that I'm honestly kind of predicting how the fight will go. Do I think there is going to be a winner? No, I don't think there's going to be a winner. I do know that obviously there is a part 2 to this war, and there will be casualties. Like it's war. So there will be casualties, and I don't see, obviously, anybody coming out of this unscathed. Like, nobody. I see a lot of people getting fucked up. But when you have Deku and Shigaraki, and I've been really thinking about this fight and just how, honestly, I think it's probably going to go, I think that, obviously, these two are going to beat the holy shit out of each other. Like, they're going to beat the shit out of each other. And both of these two are honestly probably going to be, like, not even able to walk or just not being able to feel a goddamn thing. Deku's arms are going to be shot. I already know that for damn sure. Ever since back in season 2, or no, back over in season 3 when he was fighting Muscular, and literally when his arms were literally close to, honestly, to being shot, where literally the next time or the next couple times he will not be able to use his arms if he does this shit again. So going into this, I really honestly don't know. Number one, I just know that Deku's arms are going to be fucking shot. Deku is obviously going to have to use not only One for All, and the possibility, like, not even only One for All, but also Black Whip, but also the possibility of at least unlocking Float. That was obviously something at All My T's at the very end of season 5. And I don't really know, like, what Float is really going to kind of do. Like, obviously, it's Float. What else can you kind of do with that? But, I mean, animation-wise, it's going to look cool. Originally, when I was thinking about this fight, is that I really was not expecting Deku to honestly kind of go in and, like, have the disadvantage going into this, ever since that I learned, like, oh, he was going to start unlocking the past, like, users' quirks and everything. But now that the war is here, and we're here in this moment, he's really going into a disadvantage. Like, this is not the same Shigaraki that you have known for the last couple months. No, this is a changed Shigaraki. This character development with him and this character arc from ever since season 1 all the way to season 3 and 4, with him actually building the League of Villains around him as a family, and now fighting Redestro in Deka and how that transpired. This is a way different Shigaraki, and I just cannot wait to see how Shigaraki is going to play out. He was up there nominated for Best Villain of the Year last year in the Crunchyroll Awards, which obviously, I mean, that's Eren fucking Yeager, and obviously he won, that's good. But Shigaraki is going to have one hell of a performance, and I'm so excited to see how the Deku and Shigaraki voice actors really, really do for their performances. They are obviously going to probably give the performances of their entire careers, and I cannot wait. But just how I can see the fight happening is that They're going to beat the shit out of each other. And I'm just really thinking about the whole narrative with Deku. And I'm still going back to the Overhaul fight where to himself, he could not beat Overhaul by himself. Like he used One For All. He went like 100% with One For All. So that was not even able to at least probably honestly obviously you could put a scratch on Overhaul, but he could just do his quirk over and fucking over again. Like there was no stopping this fucking dude. And with the help of Eri, which was literally able to how like Deku was able to beat him. Like no question. So go back to that. And then when I go back to Heroes Rising, where I think the kids had some sort of cell restoration. So that was able for him and Bakugo to honestly use One For All after, like both of them for use One For All and for them to take out 9. So far what I'm kind of seeing is that like Deku so far hasn't really been able to actually defeat an actual villain, unlike Muscular, but like a really high caliber villain by himself. So I'm seeing going into this fight that he needs to defeat Shigaraki. He needs to prove to himself that he is able to defeat the number one bad that is going to basically kind of just invoke war on everybody and basically destroy fucking everybody, destroy all the heroes and everything. So he has to be the one to stop him. So I really think that in the fight, it's going to come down to the wire, and both of these two are going to be absolutely fucking just annihilated. And yeah, I do think Deku's probably maybe going to have Shigaraki on the ropes. I don't really know. But I think that other heroes, possibly maybe Bakugo or Endeavor or Deku's going to maybe have some help in order to defeat Shigaraki, because honestly, I don't see him defeating Shigaraki on his own. I'd be shocked as hell, honestly, if he does that. I mean, I do think he's going to, like, do some damage, but I don't think he's going to completely defeat him once it's all done. But no, I see it as that he's going to get some help, which obviously I think at the very end of it, he's probably going to be kind of pissed. Like, hey, I probably didn't need your help. And it's also going to make him feel some type of way like, man, after all of this shit, after all this training, with even me unlocking Black Whip, because I know he's probably going to be using Black Whip a lot. So he's going to use all his resources, but it's probably still not going to be enough. So it's going to be a real interesting situation on how Deku kind of sees that. And honestly, I see Deku, that's probably the whole part on honestly, maybe like when he leaves or whatever. That's really all I kind of know, is that like he leaves and then he goes on this vigilante kind of thing or whatever. I don't know what happens with that, but that's really all I know. But kind of maybe adding the dots, in my opinion, that's how I kind of see it maybe happening, is that Deku gets some help and he's kind of pissed or whatever. And it's like, wait, I didn't maybe need your guys' help. I need to do this on my own. And that's when he probably goes off and starts doing things his own way and evolves into this more aggressive and like vigilante kind of persona that we have been seeing. Like I have it as my freaking wallpaper right here, the vigilante look to Deku. And it is by far one of my favorite looks in all of anime. So far, like I love the way it looks and I can't wait to see it animated. Hopefully we maybe see it at the end of season 6. I don't know. That's probably a stretch, but overall for this, there's so many ways that I could see this playing out with this fight, and goddamn, I cannot wait to see it. It is literally, honestly, there's no fucking question. I will be shocked as fuck if it's not up there, but there's no question that this fight is not going to be up there for Fight of the Year next year for Crunchyroll. Like, for real. Like, this fight will be up there. This fight will be up there with the Tengen and Gyutaro fight by far. And I know definitely some of the AOT stuff is definitely going to be up there for Fight of the Year as well. And there's just so much that's going to be going into it. So much, and I cannot wait to see this fight. The only other kind of predictions that I would probably make on the war arc is that, like, maybe I was thinking, like, because me and my other friends have been talking about, like, oh, possible maybe matchups that probably will happen. Obviously, you have Deku and Shigaraki happening. Obviously, I see Toga, obviously, probably battling Uraraka, maybe, and her probably maybe battling Mirko or anybody else. I cannot wait to see more of Mirko in the war arc, because I've heard she has a really, really big showing, so I cannot wait to see more of her. I definitely see Toga and Uraraka probably going at it. If I'm just thinking of maybe just kids going at it, like people from Class 1A maybe taking on the villains. If I maybe have to match them up story-wise, and so it kind of makes sense for everything that we've seen, who would I probably have Spinner maybe up against? Honestly, I would have him up against Ida, because that narrative makes sense, and the whole kind of storyline kind of makes sense. Obviously, Ida, the last time he was ever fucking relevant in the show, which honestly, I hope they do something with him in the war. He was last relevant against Stain in the Stain arc. And obviously, Spinner is a worshiper of Stain. So you kind of have that kind of clash right there where Spinner's obviously going to be like, hey, you're the person that took out Stain. I'm going to fucking kill you or try to kill you or whatever. So I could definitely see maybe that matchup happening. I don't know. Twice, I don't know if I could see anybody from Class 1A maybe taking him on, maybe Kirishima, or I don't really know. But I can't count out Hawks. I can't count out Hawks as well. Hawks has been obviously a big player in this entire thing ever since season 5. Obviously, he is the spy and he's doing this. So I'm really wondering who maybe from the league or maybe from the people from the army that are going to find out that Hawks actually was a spy. So maybe Twice could be that person. Maybe it could be Compressed. I don't know. But I'm just probably maybe putting Twice. Maybe he could go up against Hawks. I'm really not sure, but that's just my opinion. Who I could maybe see going up against Compress. Not going to lie. I mean, I do think Bakugo is obviously, he's going to be one of the big players in the war by far. How can you not? And he could have something to do with Deku and Shigaraki as well. Maybe getting into it as well. But I could honestly maybe see Compress taking out Bakugo. And the only reason why is that I go from the past with season 3 where Compress was the one that kidnapped Bakugo. And if it wasn't maybe for Bakugo, even in his eyes, if it wasn't for him getting kidnapped, then All Might wouldn't have had to fight All For One and lose his power, which obviously we know the next time he was going to fight, he was going to lose his power anyway, and he was going to retire. So I just think you could probably like a lot of these matchups you can bring back from past seasons that we've grown to these storylines and you can flesh them out more. Honestly, I think that would be pretty good. But so far, what Horikoshi maybe has lined up could be better than what the hell I'm saying. So I'm really excited to see what Horikoshi has with this entire arc and just honestly what he does with all the characters. And definitely the last thing I'll say, and it honestly probably got me more excited than Deku and Shigaraki, is that I would say it's maybe a spoiler or not, but it's pretty cut and clear with me. I haven't read anything or know anything or whatever, but just seeing how season 5 went, we got a lot of Toya teases. We had a lot, especially during the Endeavor Agency arc. And there's only one person that you can tie him into. And people can maybe say that I'm wrong or whatever else. I don't really care. Dabi is Toya. Dabi is Toya 100%. I'd be shocked if he isn't. But at this point, who else do you have to be Toya? Toya, like him being Toya makes the most sense. Like, yeah, it's like he has the blue eyes. He has the fire quirk. I don't really know how that story is going to kind of mesh. I have a couple theories, but obviously that'll be saved for another time when obviously probably if we get to that during the season. But how I definitely see the overall kind of war arc going around with Dabi is going to be one of the breakout performances, I'm going to say, for that arc. Definitely. Dabi is one of the people that I am definitely looking forward to, and I am definitely going to be watching out for during that arc. And the one fight that I'm obviously kind of hoping that they do is Todoroki versus Dabi. Maybe even Todoroki and Endeavor versus Dabi. Because, I mean, you're going to have Endeavor somewhere in that mix, unless he's with that or with Deku and Shigaraki. I don't really know. I don't know where you're going to put him. But I think for that, you're going to have him with that. And I really honestly do think we're going to get a reveal. I really do think that it's the perfect time. And somewhere probably into that, I assume season 6 is going to cover the entire first part of the war. I believe that. Because it's going to be a long fucking season. It's going to be a long one. And just for that to explore one arc, which it has never done before, it's really going to be, it's going to be one hell of the next couple months we're going to be experiencing with this show. And there's so much that they're going to do. And I have been going on for so long, but I have been waiting to talk about My Hero Season 6. This is only the cusp of what I honestly really want to talk about, because obviously we are honestly We're 4 months away. We're 4 months away from this season. We're 4 months away from anime just taking off, and it is going to be incredible. We have the debut to Chainsaw Man, which is also another one from MAPPA that Bones really has to get their shit together with. Chainsaw Man is one of the most anticipated animes of the year. I definitely think that it's probably going to be breakout anime of the year, one of the best new anime of the year, and I really do have faith that MAPPA is really going to do good. I've read the premise and the synopsis. It looks really interesting, and I've seen the trailer. It looks really cool. Cannot wait to check it out when it comes out in October. You have Mob Psycho as well. You add on My Hero, like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy just to see all this stuff coming out. And even we have so much more left in store for the next. But My Hero Academia Season 6, I've been waiting for this trailer. This is honestly all that I want. I probably won't check out anything else, honestly, for this. Because I just want the first episode. I want the first episode, which I think that they said for Hero Fest next month that they're going to be actually premiering the first episode, which is definitely interesting because out of probably the last 3 seasons or 2, or as 3 or 4, we've had a recap for episode 1. Literally, we've had a recap, and I'm really surprised. I would be surprised if they do a recap for episode 1, but I'm thinking that if they are premiering this in front of fans exclusively at Hero Fest, it has to be something big. It has to be anything other than a recap, honestly. Like, this should be a exposition-filled episode building up the teams in the war. Like, literally. I don't really see how this could be a recap, but that's just my opinion. I am excited. I hope you guys are excited for October, because once October comes around, the videos are going to be explosive. I am going to have to be on top of my game for all of the stuff that I have said with Chainsaw Man, Mob Psycho. There's so much more to come out. And even with One Punch Man right now looking at my lineup kind of throughout the entire summer until... could maybe switch around. I am still doing Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know how long I will probably be doing Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if I'll maybe be doing all of 4 seasons, which I found out that was yesterday. Honestly, I thought there were only 2, but I don't really know. Because Tokyo Revengers got announced for their season 2 a couple days ago. I think it was maybe yesterday. So more than likely, if I'm going to have time, because I'm going to try to squeeze it in, probably after Tokyo Ghoul, I will be checking out Tokyo Revengers. So I will get season 1 done for that, so I could be ready for season 2 coming up in January of next year, because I'm going to be on top of this shit for you guys, because I want you guys to be entertained and for me to honestly check all of this anime glory that is about to be coming out in the next couple months. But thank you guys for watching my reaction. If you guys are excited for the season 6 of My Hero and the war arc for this show, and if you want to list your predictions, list them down in the comments down below. Remember, no spoilers whatsoever. And as always, my name is Omzy, and I am out.